the center of Halden City lived a young man named Milo Rennick, a quiet soul with a soft heartbeat for loyalty. Milo wasn't the loudest in a room, nor the type to insert himself into every conversation. But when he cared about someone, he cared fully. The kind of sincere devotion that's rare these days. So when he became close with a colleague named Ronan Vale, he thought he had finally found a real friend. Someone who could understand him, laugh with him, and share the kind of camaraderie that made the long workdays feel lighter. Ronan was charming, bright, easy to like, the type of person who always seemed to know what to say. But behind certain smiles, there are shadows we don't see right away. One morning, Milo walked into the office kitchen and overheard a few team members whispering. They paused when they saw him. That uncomfortable, abrupt silence that swallows the air. He tried to ignore it, but later that week, someone accidentally mentioned something he had only confided to Ronan. A tiny fracture in trust. Barely noticeable, but it hurt. The next day, Ronan greeted him with a grin, like nothing had happened. As if secrets were disposable. As if Milo's private thoughts were just anecdotes for his entertainment. Still, Milo kept giving him grace. Because that's who Milo is. Weeks passed. It was during a Friday team outing that Milo saw it clearly. Ronan laughing with others, making subtle jokes at Milo's expense. Nothing cruel enough to call out, but sharp enough to sting. Milo felt something inside him twist. He had given Ronan honesty. Ronan had given him a performance. Later that night, Milo replayed the moment in his head. Not the joke, but the realization. Some people only stay close because it benefits them, not because they value the closeness. And often, the danger isn't in what they say to your face, but what they say when you're not in the room. The following Monday, Milo approached Ronan privately. His voice was steady, but his hands trembled slightly. "Milo, what's up?" Ronan asked casually, scrolling through his phone. "I need to ask you something," Milo said. "Are we actually friends? Or am I just someone convenient to have around?" Ronan blinked, caught off guard. Then he laughed, a short, dismissive sound. "Man, why are you taking things so seriously? You know I joke around." But Milo didn't smile. His silence made Ronan's grin fade. Then came the truth, the quiet, heavy kind. "Milo, relax. You're cool. But we don't have to be that close." It wasn't the words that hurt the most. It was the honesty he had been avoiding for months. Ronan never saw him as a friend, just as an option, a placeholder, a convenient ear until someone more interesting walked by. Milo walked away from that conversation with a strange calmness. Because finally, the confusion stopped. The overthinking stopped. The second guessing stopped. When someone reveals their true intentions, clarity becomes freedom. Milo didn't confront him with anger. He didn't expose him to others. He simply stepped back, quietly, respectfully, and fully. And what surprised him the most? His world didn't shrink. It expanded. He had room now. Room for real connections. Room for sincere friendships. Room for people who didn't switch faces like costumes. Months later, Milo found himself surrounded by new people. Gentle souls who treated friendship as something sacred, not strategic. People who didn't need him to perform or shrink or pretend. They valued him exactly as he was. And one evening, as he sat with two of them at a small downtown cafe, warm lights flickering above their heads, he felt something he hadn't felt in a long time. Safety, acceptance, real belonging. He realized something powerful. It's better to stand alone with honesty than stand beside someone who's pretending. Genuine bonds require truth, not convenience, not performance, not mask. And now, Milo finally knew the difference. If you've ever felt unsure about someone's intentions, if you've ever wondered why certain people stay close while acting distant, you're not overreacting. You're not too sensitive. You're not imagining things. Sometimes your spirit recognizes dishonesty before your mind catches up. Trust that. Protect that. Value that. You deserve relationships that are real, steady, and safe. Together, let's move from doubt to power, one story at a time.